Hello everyone, my name is Professor Mithyl and welcome to MD's World of Concepts. In this video, I would be sharing with you the paper pattern and the important questions which are most likely to be asked in this year March 2018 12th Science Chemistry Paper. So let's begin with the paper pattern. Chemistry paper consists of 70 marks which is divided into two sections, Section 1 and Section 2, each containing 35 marks. The pattern remains the same for both the sections. The first question consists of the MCQs, 7 marks. The second question is answer any 6 of the following for 12 marks. The third question, answer any 3 of the following for 9 marks. And the fourth question is answer any one of the following for 7 marks. Let's understand each question in detail. Question 1, multiple choice questions, which is asked for 7 marks. The question asked would be in the form of select and write the most appropriate answer from the given alternative for each sub-question. The most important point, students, we need to note down is there are total 7 MCQ questions. Each MCQ question is asked from each chapter. So the key thing is to read entire chapter thoroughly to score the entire 7 marks in this section. Question 2. Answer any 6 of the following, which consist of 12 marks. The A question would be distinguish between. Now I have divided the distinguish between of each chapters, so it will be very easy for you to remember it. In chapter number 1, solid state, the difference between would be crystalline solid and amorphous solid, the HCP and the CCP, the octahedral void and the tetrahedral void, the N and the P type semiconductors. Chapter number 2, solutions and colligative properties, there is only one difference between, that is molarity and molality. Chapter number 3, the chemical and thermodynamics and energetics, there are two differences between. One is isothermal process and adiabatic process. The second is reversible process and irreversible process. Chapter 4, electrochemistry, we have electronic conductors and electrolytic conductors and galvanic cell and electrolytic cell. Chapter number 5, we have chemical kinetics, in which there is only one difference between, that is order of reaction and molecularity. Chapter number 6, general principles and process of isolation, we have a difference between mineral and ore, or the very famous roasting and calcination. In chapter number 7, P block, one of the most important is the difference between the white phosphorus and the red phosphorus. The second type of question would be based on the derivations. So I have made the most important 9 derivations from part 1. The first is the derived relationship between Van't Hoff factor and degree of dissociation. Second is derived mathematical expression for work done in isothermal reversible process. The third question is derived expression for work done in irreversible process. The fourth question is derived relation between heat of reaction at constant pressure and heat of reaction at constant volume. Question 5, give expression for work done in chemical reaction. Question 6, give mathematical expression for the first law of thermodynamics. Question 7, give expression for integrated rate equation for the first order reaction. Question 8, explain Arrhenius equation and explain terms involved. Very important question. And question 9 is explain Nernst equation and explain terms involved. The third type of question is directly asked from exclusively one chapter, and that is P block. Draw structures of the following. The 3 most likely questions would be based on question 1 is oxyacids of phosphorus, question 2 oxyacids of sulfur, question 3 give structures of PCl3, PCl5, sulfur dioxide, and very important, the crown structure of sulfur. The section 4 is based on diagrams. Now many students tend to lose marks in this question because they have the tendency to make the diagram, however they fail to write the exact proper labels based on the requirement of the examiner. When 2 marks question is asked, the diagram consists of 1 mark and another 1 mark is based on labels. However, students, you need to understand when they are asking the labeling for 1 mark, you need to do a minimum of 4 labels in the diagram. Then only you are eligible to get that 1 mark. So these are the 12 diagrams which I have sorted out, very important from this year's point of view. So we have fuel cell, dry cell, lead accumulator, Haber's process, contact process, froth flotation, vertical retort process, Bessemer converter, electrolytic cell for extraction of aluminium, the blast furnace, liquefaction, and finally the hydraulic classifier. The fifth type of question is based on either the definition or the statement or whether to explain the following. The following 32 questions from the section 1 is the most likely to be asked this year. Students, the one thing what an examiner or a moderator expects from the student is to write exactly the way it is described in your textbook. No own words are expected in this section. So if you really want to score in this question, then you need to write the verbatim exactly from the textbook. Then only you will be able to get it. The link of the entire presentation you will be able to find in the description below. So don't forget to click and download for further reference. The sixth type in question 2 is based on the explain the following laws. There are a total of 9 important laws in section 1. These laws are again expected by the examiner and the moderator to be written exactly the way it is written in the textbook. The first one is Faraday's first law, the second is Faraday's second law, the third is Kohlrausch's law, the fourth is the first, the second and the third law of thermodynamics. Then we have the Raoult's law for volatile solute, the Raoult's law for lowering vapor pressure and the Raoult's law for relative lowering of pressure. After question number 1, the most scoring question is the question number 3, that is answer any 3 of the following, which consist of 9 marks. This entire question is numerical based question. The question 1, 2 and 3, the problems would be asked from the following chapters, that is thermodynamics, the electrochemistry and the chemical kinetics. Students, we can score full marks in this section if we understand the technicality behind this question. Students, the 3 marks is divided into its subpart. First, for writing formula, you get half mark. For applying the given data of the question in the formula, you get another half mark, so that makes you 1 mark. Then when you solve the entire numerical, you get another 1 mark, so that makes a total of 2 marks. When you write the solution as expected by the examiner and the moderator, you get another half mark. And when you write the unit of the answer obtained, then you get the balance half mark. So in this way, you get a total of 3 marks. We come to the last part of section 1, that is question number 4. In this question, we need to only answer any one of the following, which consist of 7 marks. There are 2 cases or 2 questions given to us and you need to attempt only one of them. In each of the section, you will be asked either a theory of 4 marks and a numerical of 3 marks or a theory of 3 marks and a numerical of 4 marks. The most important theory questions from the section 1 is 1. Give Hess law and its application. 2. Explain fuel cells, dry cells, storage cells, calomel electrode and the SHE, that is standard hydrogen electrode. The third, the define EMF series and give its applications. Fourth, explain the Nernst theory of corrosion. Fifth, features of Ellingham's diagram. Sixth, reaction in blast furnace. Seventh, Bayer's process. And 8, leaching. Students, hope you like the video, so click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also share this video to your friends. Would be also making the second video on chemistry 2 very soon. So stay tuned and keep learning.